All right. I'm live. Brother's hanging out in the shop, checking out the truck. But yeah. So we'll wait here for a few minutes. Get some people up in here. Let's share it out. Let everybody know what's going on. Make sure that I see everybody here. Looks like we got somebody popping in. What's up, Dave? We got a live podcast. Every time I try and set this up, I always get something confused, and then I'm back and forth like 40 times. Probably shared out the wrong link, but that's all right. It's part of the part of the experience. What's up, Raul? Expedition Outfitters, my boy Raul out there. What's going on, fellas? Happy to have you here. Figured we'd chat a little bit this Saturday afternoon. It's freaking beautiful. It's hot, super hot. I forgot my beer. I just realized that. But all's good. I've been hanging out by the pool. What do you guys been up to? I know Dave just went on a crazy adventure out to Florida, America's Wang, and went off-roading with his buddy JR on doing some really cool stuff out there. So I've been getting little treats from Dave over my buddy Dave, Nissan Nation podcast. If you don't know who that is, you are in the wrong. Great YouTube channel, and my buddy, and well, I'm part of the Nissan Nation podcast, of course. But so, yeah, live in the shop with Danny today. Raul's grilling, nice. Wanted to talk to you guys. I just dropped a video this morning about uprev on the Frontier, so that's a good video. Go ahead and check that out if you have not checked that out. Do that. It's kind of a how-to on how to load up uprev into your truck. It's pretty simple for the most part. You just download the program, then you download your tune and your base software, and then you click the button and load up the new tune. There's different versions of it. That's something that's kind of a misnomer, or people, I don't know. I didn't understand it 100%. But the more you mess with something, the more you talk to people, the more you understand how it goes. So you can get just a base tune, which is what uprev offers as basically a more power tune on your Frontier or Xterra or whatever VQ40, and that'll give you a little bit better parameters for your truck. It'll give it a little bit more horsepower. And then there's other tunes you can get as well. And that's kind of like a package. Depending on what kind of package you want to get, you can get it to where you can set 5 different tunes, and it's all controllable on the fly through your cruise control. So that's a really cool option for uprev that you can get. I'm kind of learning this all as I go. I knew that it was possible, and I knew how it all worked, but at the same time, until you actually do it all, you don't fully understand how it all works. You get a general idea, and then once you do it yourself, you're like, oh, okay, that's how it works. So it's really cool. You can basically load uprev into your vehicle, and then if you're not at a dyno, you can go do some specific data logging, which is something that I've done recently here about data logging. Basically, you select all the parameters for air, fuel, and timing and stuff like that, and you take the truck out and drive it, and you pull up all that information into a data log, and you basically save it, and then that's something that you send out for a tuner to look over. And it's kind of like doing a street dyno pull, and they look at it, and then they switch things up, and they send it back to you, and you go say, hey, there you go. So Raul is always asking about the new Bronco. I would say, Raul, that the new Bronco is on hiatus, my friend, because That's Raul's joke every time he hops on here. He asks about the new Bronco. I don't know if you know that, Dave, but Raul's a new Bronco asking guy. Unfortunately, it's not going to be around by the time your other Ford gets fixed with the new transmission and the new engine found on Road Dead trucks. But no, I'm just playing. He's a diehard Expedition Outfitters diehard Ford guy. Good buddy of mine. We always go back and forth with the Fords. But I have something really cool that I wanted to show you guys. And it's the first ever on the channel, on either of our channels, Dave. But I got fan mail. Woohoo! So I'm going to open some fan mail. This fan mail comes from our good buddy, Marty Rafferty. So I'm going to open this up real quick. Let's see what we got in here. Fan mail. Marty's a big fan. I'm a big fan of Marty's, to tell you the truth. Marty's got a really rad Titan. He's a big Titan guy. Met him on the Titan Adventures. He follows all of our cool shenanigans over here at Titan. I'm sorry, Titan at Nissan Nation Podcast and my channel DagrootX here. So also be advised, we're going to be live tomorrow evening on the Nissan Action Podcast, chat Nissan stuff. So here we go. Oh, Marty came through, man. Look at this. Woo! The white Z. Yeah, buddy. So now I have a Hot Wheels. I think this is my first like actual Hot Wheels like collectors. And then we got the Xterra. Nice little blue Xterra. Thank you, Marty. You're the best, dude. I think it even has an opening hatch. You guys see that? That's pretty sweet. So huge shout out to Marty Rafferty. I think he's with MVB Titans, and he does some really cool stuff out on the eastern side of the coast. Shadow Wolf, what's up, Nestor? What's going on, boys? I'm guessing that Dave, you're not hanging out with Nestor anymore, or are you guys still hanging out together? Bronco's not coming out. Never coming out. They're just gonna tease us forever, Raul. It's never gonna happen. Yeah, Shadow Wolf Manufacturing, super sweet. Oh, I lost it. Oh, sorry, I was getting a phone call there. Yeah, Shadow Wolf Manufacturing debuting the solid axle swap kits for the 2nd gen Frontiers. Oh, nice, nice, man. You're lucky. You some lucky boys hanging out there out in the East, out in the America's wang, Florida. That's I wish I was there. I'm not gonna lie. Say hi to JR for me. Shot Train. Maybe I'm gonna have to go get myself some whiskey for this one, because man, I hate not being able to hang out with you guys right now. That's killing me, dude. The fact that you guys are hanging out in Nestor's kitchen. Yeah, again, Shadow Wolf Manufacturing, super sweet new solid axle swap kit that they're doing for the 2nd gen Xterra's Frontiers. I believe it's for both. I mean, I can't imagine why it's not. It's the same stuff in the front. So those things, they went out and tested them today. Dave was sending me a couple videos. That was really sweet to see JR's new Frontier. I want to say it's on a Data 44 axle. Correct me if I'm wrong. Is that what you guys are using for the front axle? Is it Data 44? Is it like a Rubicon or something like that axle? Or were you guys moving towards something else? Let me know. But oh, see, I'm getting texts. I'm getting texts from those guys. Dana 60. That's awesome. Wow, nice and big, nice beefy big axle. That's friggin' sweet, fellas. That's really cool. Is it a Dynatrack, or is it something out of a like a F250? I'm guessing older F250 axles, Dana 60s maybe. I'm not a solid axle swap guy very much. Oh, so here's the guys. This is what they just sent me. So if you guys want to know what Shadow Wolf, NMP, and the boys are doing, that's my homies right there on the other side of the world, or on the other side of the nation, I should say, hanging out, chatting, and being on the live with me, which I hugely appreciate. You guys are friggin'. I miss those guys. Every year I would go out to the Windrock event and hang out with those guys and have a good time off road and then drinking beers and stuff like that. And I haven't seen them in a couple years, and so I'm super jealous of Dave. I think I've seen Dave since then, maybe once or twice, but I haven't seen all the other guys. So anytime those guys all get together, I'm freaking jealous hanging out with them. So hat tip to you guys. Have a shot for me. I'll have one as soon as we're done here. Let's see here. Raul, are you even quarantining if you're not listening to Biggie Smalls while grilling the kids running around like psychos? I think that's the epitome of being quarantined. That's how we quarantine in California. But yeah, so Dana 60s. What did I want to talk about today? Let's talk about tomorrow. I'm going to get some 300Z exhaust. I know it's not, you guys are all truck guys, but I'm going to pick up a Manzo exhaust for the 300Z. I don't even know if it's a good exhaust or not, but the Z cannot pass California smog emissions because it has a bunch of holes in the exhaust. So it's basically pulling in a bunch of oxygen, not getting it to pass smog. So I'm going to slap this exhaust on. I can get it real cheap. Raul wants to talk about doing donuts in the Z. That's a good story, actually. Let me chat about that real quick. So yesterday, Raul's wife and my wife are best friends. And yesterday, she came over and had a social distancing wine with my wife. And that turned into pulling the T-tops off the Z and doing donuts in my cul-de-sac. So apparently, that was the first time she'd been out for donuts, Raul. So I apologize for taking your wife out for her first donut. But, I mean, she's like my sister. So, I mean, might as well take her out for a donut. But anyway, so that was a good time. We went and picked up some more wine for him. Did some donuts in the parking lot. Raged out on some classic rock. And that was a good time. That Z does donuts so easily. And it's funny because trying to do donuts, especially in the street in like a Frontier or Xterra, it just doesn't happen. I did, Raul. But when the Z wants to freaking flip that back end around really hard. So that was a really good time. So I'm really looking forward to, and if you watch the video of my dad beating on it, I haven't beat on it. So I'm looking forward to being able to change it. Again, I'm scared that timing belt's going to pop any second. So I keep pushing it, pushing my luck. But I need to get that exhaust put on. It's pretty nice. It's got an X pipe in it. So, and then mufflers. So it's catback exhaust. And yeah, we'll see if that gets her to pass smog, and then she'll be a little bit more street legal. So that's on the schedule tomorrow in Danny's shop, the DagrootX shop. I did start working on the X yesterday. A bunch of little small projects I'm knocking out. One stupid but easy project that I've been working on is shrink wrapping. It's such a stupid project, but I had a little back, not surgery, a little back procedure recently, loosened up my back that's been hurting, and so I'm taking it easy. So one of the jobs that I did, shrink wrapping. If you can see this, it's a little hack, shrink wrapping hose clamps for right there for holding reservoirs. So if you're going to put a reservoir on, that helps keep them from getting scratched. It gives it a little bit more of a grip on them to keep them from sliding. So there's a hack for you. And I want to give a huge shout out. Hold on a second. I got to, dude, I got to pull them up on the Instagram because this is a huge shout out. This guy hooked me up big time. And I want to say thanks again to him. His name is Ricky Bobby Fast. Ricky _ Bobby _ Fast. He's got a super sweet Xterra, and he's somewhat local to me. I've never met the guy, but he hit me up on Instagram, and he sent me an entire monster box of all different size shrink wrap, and I'm talking like hundreds of dollars worth of shrink wrap, and it's dude, it's so nice to not have to like want to buy, like it's such a lame thing to buy. So he hooked it up hardcore, and I'm super pumped about that. And my neighbors are using their compressor, so maybe I'm gonna change from in the shop to in the trailer at some point in time in the next live. But yeah, so huge shout out to him for hooking that up. I was pretty. He just said, "Hey, do you guys want some shrink wrap and or some like wire insulation stuff like this stuff?" But I'm talking. He sent me like rolls of it, and I'm talking like the big stuff, the medium stuff. But it was a freaking sweet come up on that, and again, you don't want to spend your money on that stuff. You want to spend your money on cool stuff like, I don't know, intakes and tuning and stuff like that. You don't want to buy shrink wrap. Nobody likes shrink wrap. So, yeah, thanks to him. But yeah, what's the plan, Dave? Those guys. Were you guys driving back from Florida with that new truck anytime soon? Curious what you guys are up to. And Expedition Outfitters, Raul, I'm curious. When do you think that we're going to get out and be able to do a little off-roading? I'm getting a little stir crazy at home. I'm not allowed. I'm military, so I'm not allowed to go more than a certain ways away or whatever. But man, I need to get in the dirt. The truck is. Excuse me. COVID's up in my nose. The Frontier is running really, really good with the new uprev tune, the AFE intake, the AFE exhaust. I keep looking at like new little power adders. I'm kind of all geeked out right now on how to get a bunch of power out of the VQ motor. I know everything's been tried and it's, it is what it is, and then you can only get so much. But at the same time, this is kind of like a test. This is going to be a test bed, and the red truck's a test bed. I want to just kind of level it up, and see where it'll go as far as, how much we can do for it. So I think maybe a manifold spacer. I just got finished reading on a write-up about the Audi R8 coils. That's kind of a big thing that's been getting talked about how they're a higher voltage coil. So you get a little bit better spark. I might be more efficient. And someone just did it and said that it's not. I don't know. I got a set of 6 coils right here. Worth a try, right? So NMP, they can't say when they're coming back. All right. Dave's getting stuck in Florida. That happens to the best of them. Road to Atlanta. That's another thing that's coming up. And let's see. When's Road Atlanta? I think they just announced dates. They're still tracking. Let's see when Road Atlanta was supposed to be. June 20th and 21st. And that's Z1 Motorsports is hosting Road Atlanta. That's a high on the list for myself and Dave to go out there and spend some time driving on the track, maybe get the Juke out there. I think the plans are, and I'd like to take the Z out there. I don't know if it's going to be track ready by then. I don't know if I'm going to have the time to be able to drive it all the way there and drive it back. So we'll see if that happens. But yeah, so Marty, you kind of missed it, but I'll show you. I did a live unboxing, bro. I got your package. That's freaking awesome, man. These things are sweet. I dig it. They're gonna go up on my trophy wall along with all my other trophies. I don't know if you guys know this, but I got racing trophies. That's right. First, kind of a big deal. I don't know if you guys knew that. It's just sitting right here. It's a trophy. You can see a trophy right there. That's another trophy. I don't know if you knew that. Kind of a European soccer champ. It's my trophy. I don't know if you guys knew that. Played soccer in Europe. It's kind of a big deal. So, I've got a race truck right here. So, what's up, Marty? What you up to this weekend? It's beautiful over here in Southern California. The weather's great, and I've been barbecuing and drinking beers by the pool all weekend. I probably should be doing a little bit more race truck work, but it's been kind of crappy weather recently, and this is the first nice weekend. So that's what I've been doing. Tomorrow, like I said, I'm going to pick up an exhaust. And I have the race truck pushed out a little bit right now. I'm cleaning up some windows. I got to make let's see if I can see it right here. So those windows, I'm cleaning up around the windows because I got to make some plexiglass for those windows. I'm doing that. Next weekend, there is a super rad dude, Bailey Cruz. I think his name's Bailey Cruz. Yeah, Bailey Cruz. I don't know. If I got your name wrong, I'm sorry. Bailey Cruz might be coming out next weekend to help with wiring of the race truck. It's a daunting task. I'm not going to lie, people. Obviously, you've heard me say it about 4 million times about how that's the next step. And it's a daunting task. And nobody likes wiring. I thought I liked wiring, but when you get really deep into wiring, it gets less and less fun. And you got to plan it out. And if you don't have the right stuff. So let's see here. Earlier the week, I tore out all of the janky wiring that I had. I redid all of the basic wires so that they're just ready, waiting. I had labeled everything, kind of getting a fresh start, because now that I know where everything goes, that's where I'm at with the race truck. Let's see here. So hopefully when he comes out, I'm really hoping next weekend to help me with that wiring. I'll be able to make a good push. And then last weekend I got those seats. I got the old brackets cut off, and I'm getting the new brackets made. So seats will be mounted up. New wiring should be getting going hopefully in the weeks to come. So that's the latest on the race truck. I know it's like the longest saga of a vehicle ever, but what are you gonna do? I got a wife and kids, and it costs $1 million, and I'm not. I have no idea what I'm freaking doing. So, Raul says the only time I can drive the Z is if I'm in my action suit. I will say that I drove the Z one time in the action suit, and that's a dangerous combination. I actually had the Power Rock in my suit pocket with the action suit on and in the Z, and it was like I could feel pulsations happening everywhere in my pants, in the car, T-tops down. So last night I drank a bunch of beer and burned stuff. That sounds like a Corona fix for me. That's nice, Marty. So yeah, another thing, actually, Marty, that, you know what? I'm really happy you're here. Let me ask you a question. And here's a good tech thing. What is a common oil leak from oil filter housing, possibly on the 5.6 liter? I'm talking about the motor that's in the Titans, Armadas. I just caught a little oil leak on our Armada. I believe it's coming. It looks, if you take a glance at it, it looks like it's just coming from the oil filter, but I believe it's coming out. I think, if I remember right, that there's a VK56 oil cooler gasket. There it is. That's what I read about. How hard of a job is that? I literally found it hours ago, and I haven't even Googled it or looked at it or whatever. Is that a hard job? Easy job? Expensive? Hard? Let me know. Let everybody know. So it looks like $8 part, 15 minutes. That's freaking awesome. I hope so. Are you right, Dave? Or are you just saying things? Nice. Yeah. Shadow Wolf, you got some V8 experience. I haven't spent much time with other than the general maintenance and stuff. Unless it's in my shop, then it'll take six to 8 months for an easy fix. Yeah, I know. I got a lot of projects. None of them get any love. But yeah, well, that's good news. I'm gonna have to fix. I'll throw that up on a lift. Fix that real quick. Then that's good. Super easy write up. I think you can use a seal of an oil filter, or you can get the part from Nissan. Sweet. Looks like I got a little something to do. But appreciate the heads up on that. And that's why you need to be part of my channel, Nissan Nation Podcast, and all of our Facebooks and Instagrams, because see how easy that was? Just fix my truck. Boom. Because I have a good buddy on the other side of the freaking country who has experience with that. And that's how I've built this truck right here. I've asked questions of many, many people. And I spent a lot of money with people that knew what they were doing. And you know what? Sooner or later, you got some good stuff. So, yeah, I got the best friends in the world for this cool stuff. I appreciate you guys helping me out with all the cool stuff that you guys do. And what else? Let's see. I have. Oh, this is a new update. I got something sweet coming on Tuesday for the red truck. New wheels, and they're not aftermarket. I'm going back to stock wheels on the red truck. That's right. I I have Pro Comp 7089s or whatever they are. They're total. I don't want to say they're total crap, but the offset's way outside. They throw rocks up at your vehicle. But I found a sweet deal out of Vegas. I got some friends, so I'm not going to have these stripped junker wheels on the red truck anymore. Everybody complains about them. I understand, and I fully appreciate the complaints. But I'm going back to the Pro 4X OG wheels that I had on the truck. I found a sweet deal on a mint set, so those are getting on the truck next week. So the truck will be back to its OG wheel setup, and I think that's one of the best looking wheels on the truck anyway. So I know Dave's stoked on that. Some sweet Pro 4X wheels. I knew he wants Pro 4X wheels, so he's probably mother effing me right now pretty hard. So hey, thanks, Marty. I see that. Sweet. But yeah, so I'm pretty stoked to get those Pro 4X wheels and get that done. Still am going to be I'm going to be doing a walk around on the red Frontier tomorrow as well. So that should pop up in my video feed pretty soon. Just all the updates and all the stuff that needs to get fixed, really. The red truck, the red Frontier, the Overland Frontier, big red dragon, whatever we're going to call her forever, is she's been ridden hard, put away wet a lot, and now I'm slowly trying to get her back into fighting shape. It needs new shocks in the front, new shocks in the rear. It needs a little rear bumper. It needs to get the front bumper repainted, chips and repowder coating, rock sliders and stuff like that. It's in rough shape. I mean, it's seen a lot of hard miles, but I want to get it back to almost show quality. You know what I'm saying? Not that I'm gonna put it in shows, but I want her to shine. I want her to look good while still doing the daily work that she's been getting. So, and all the while upgrade. Can't stop, won't stop. You know what I'm saying, guys? So yes, that's what's going on with the red truck. The Z it's going to be a little bit of a slow build until I can get this thing done. The Z is going to get what it needs and probably not much more. I don't think I'm going to do any big upgrades until, like, you know, big brake kits or anything like that, unless I find some really sweet deals on some big brake upgrades. I don't think I'm going to do any big things on the Z, and I just want to get it reliable and enjoy it. Yeah, Marty. So here's a question for all you guys. So obviously the Frontier, like, that red is my favorite red of all time. I love that red. I'm trying to remember what that red is called. It's Cayenne or something like that. Cayenne red, Cayenne glow or something like that. But I want to paint a portion of the race truck with that red. I'm thinking of red, white, and blue, but a different color scheme than what you've seen on all the race trucks. Kind of a different take with the same colors. The blueberry blue, the Cayenne red, and the white, I think would be a super sweet color combo. But it may be red, white, and black. Let me know what your thoughts are on those color schemes. If you're here in the chat, or if you're watching this after I'm done being live and you have an opinion on what kind of color scheme you think I should have for this red truck, let me know, because that's kind of in the back of my mind still. And I will we'll chat about it. Give me some ideas. Maybe post up some pictures on my Facebook or shoot them in my DMs on Instagram. All those are at DagrootX for Instagram and Grunt Force Racing on Facebook, because you gotta have that grunt force. It's actually a play on words, because my team member on the race truck is a grunt. He's a Marine. So, and I'm in the Air Force, so grunt force. See how that works? You learn something new every day. But yeah, guys, you know what? I don't have a ton of updates per se, other than yeah, that video I dropped today. Please share that out and give me a shout out. I'm still working to get that time. Sheet metal rear side windows, paint them red. I can do that. It's got to be exciting, Marty. It's got to be popping. It's going to be more than just a couple painted windows. But yeah. So thanks for watching, guys. I appreciate. Yeah, there's going to be some flag integrated with Marty for sure. We'll talk to you next time. Make sure and like, subscribe videos. Appreciate neon green. Dave loves the neon. I dropped some neon for you today in my post. COVID. Excuse me. Yeah, Dave. I decided, Dave, that neon green, pink, and yellow are going to be the new colors of the 300Z. Maybe not the actual Z, but anytime I do something with the Z, it's got to be neon from now on. And I'm doing that for you, Dave. I love you, and I love all you other fellas. And we will see you guys tomorrow night on the Nissan Nation Podcast YouTube channel, where we will be live chatting, having a good time. Love you guys. See you later.